In this lesson, we'll work on setting up controls for the spine. Let's get started by creating another box. We'll create our shape from that object. We could also make sure that our creation method is set to cube. Alright, great. So we'll go ahead and build this out. Nice. And then from there, we'll go ahead and convert it to an editable poly object. Now, let's go to our edge subobject level. We're going to grab the same amount of edges that we selected to create our leg controls. So that's 3 at the front, 1 at the base, 3 at the back, and just 1 more. Nice. Again, we'll go ahead and convert this to a shape. Let's rename it from here as well. That's going to be enum_pelvis. Alright, sweet. Next, let's go ahead and remove the cube. We no longer need it. Goodbye, cube. We could also center the pivot on our new control. Let's go to our hierarchy panel. It's going to be effect pivot only, center to object. Nice. Now, let's say we go ahead and quick align this to the pelvis bone. So we use Shift A, and we'll now go ahead and select the pelvis object. Good stuff. I think this is a great time to bring back our model just to make sure that this will fit nicely around the mesh. From here, I'll go to the Modify panel. Let's go to our vertex subobject level. We'll go ahead and grab all of our points, and then we'll go ahead and start to scale our shape in. Let's go ahead and bring this down. That looks good. We can then go ahead and maybe pull this out in the x-axis just a bit. I'll then go ahead and grab the points at the bottom of the spline, and I'll start to scale those in just a bit in the y-axis. Neat. Now from here, I'd like to go ahead and grab all points and maybe scale this in just a bit more so it's not so large. And then I'll scale this out in the x-axis again so it doesn't intersect our geometry. Wonderful. Alright, so this looks like it'll work out well. Might go ahead and pull this out in the y-axis a bit. Great. So there's our pelvis control. Let's say we go ahead and set up a chest control. We'll just go ahead and clone from this object. We'll hold down Shift, and we'll go ahead and just drag up to create our copy. Let's rename it from here, so that's enum chest. Alright, sweet. Now from here, what I'd like to do is go to our vertex subobject level. Let's go ahead and grab all of our points. We'll then go ahead and grab our rotate gizmo. Let's make sure we're rotating from the center of our selection. We'll then go ahead and turn on angle snap with the A key, and let's go ahead and just rotate this around about 180 degrees. Sweet. So now we've created a cage for the upper torso. Let's now do this. We'll exit our vertex subobject level. We'll go ahead and hide our character. And now let's go ahead and use Shift A to quick align this to our chest object. Nice. We can now go ahead and bring back the model. Go back to point mode. And with all points selected, we'll go ahead and pull this up so it wraps around the shoulders. Let's also go ahead and translate it back. That looks nice. I might go ahead and back up the camera a bit just to make sure I like the shape of the control. I think that's going to work out very well. Let's go ahead and grab both objects and we'll recolor them. So we've been using red, right? Let's go ahead and choose OK. Next, I'd like to go ahead and head over to the default layer and make sure that these objects get added to the controls layer. Sweet. Now we're not ready to reset them and freeze them just yet. Let's go ahead and first create our center of gravity control. So we'll jump over to our back view. Let's go ahead and grab our line tool. We'll check and make sure we have grid point snapping on. We'll turn off pivot snapping and we'll get to work. So what I'll create is a blocky C shape. So we'll just snap the grid. Let's go ahead and enable our snapping tool. And you can follow my lead. So that's 3 over, 3 down, 3 over, and then up, over, and then we'll connect back to our starting point. Nice. So from here, let's go ahead and right-click to exit our line tool. We'll also go ahead and turn off snapping. And then we can go ahead and jump back to our perspective view. Now, with the object still selected, let's go ahead and hide our character. And we'll use Quick Align to align this to the pelvis bone. Alright, so from here, you can see that we'll need to go ahead and adjust our shape, unless you want it to be right inside of the mesh. You probably don't. So let's say we go ahead and jump back to our point level. We're going to grab all of our points and we'll go ahead and just translate this back. We'll bring it up. Sweet. And then I'd like to go ahead and check the back view just to make sure that this looks centered. So let's go ahead and just translate this over in the x-axis. Sweet. If you need to, you can go ahead and bring it up from here as well. Fantastic. Let's go ahead and jump back to our perspective view. Okay. Now at this point, we can rename the object. That's Anim COG for center of gravity. Nice. Let's also recolor it. And then we'll link to our global control. We'll reset the X-form. And we'll collapse the object. Once we've done that, we can then go ahead and freeze its transforms. Now we can grab the pelvis and chest controls, and we're ready to link to the center of gravity. Once we've done that, it's then time to reset these objects, collapse them down, and now we can go ahead and freeze them. Sweet. Alright, let's go ahead and check our layers. It looks like we need to add the center of gravity control to our controls layer, and we're good to go. So that's going to be it for this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll go ahead and finish up our work on the character's spine.